Hello, hello. Welcome to Top Shelf Backpacking. Today, Dura and I are here along the Deschutes again, and we are doing, or at least I am, a budget backpacking trip. So everything in my bag came to just shy of $600. Food, fuel, water, all that included. So gonna be trying some stuff out for the first time tonight. We're also using this trip to do a little training for the fundraiser hike coming up. I'll put a link down below for that if you'd like to contribute. Goal is to do 24 miles to the water tower here and back. We'll probably do a good chunk of that tonight. It's currently a little after 4 o'clock. It's the summer solstice, so we've got a lot of sunlight. And then whatever we don't get done tonight, we'll finish up tomorrow and then hike our way out of here Saturday. It's supposed to be very windy, 40, and in the high 40s, temps in the 50s and 60s most time, and a solid chance of showers. Hopefully that won't be till tomorrow. So currently, blue skies in the 60s, which to me is perfect. So we will see you guys out here on trail. Let's talk a little about the gear I'm wearing. I did not include that in the price, since I'm wearing things I would normally be hiking with. So just a ratty gym shirt, gym shorts. I am rocking some trail runners, my Ultra Lone Peak. I think they're the 9 Plus. As far as what's on my back, I've got the $30 brand new Sierra Designs flux capacitor. It barely fit everything, should have sized up, but it fit, and everything, including camera gear and water and everything, came to 21.6 pounds. So pretty happy about that. You can check back for the video showing all of the gear that I brought. A bunch of it is new to me. Again, everything, most of it being name brand, under $600. So pretty happy about that. And looking forward to trying it out here on a trail that is bailable, if need be. So lots of points we can get off, hike back out kind of thing if we need to. But since I set everything up in the backyard, pretty confident I'll be at least safe through the night. Not sure about how comfortable everything will be. Been a long time since I slept in a 20-inch wide pad in a kind of actual mummy-shaped sleeping bag. But with temps being in the 40s, 35-degree bag, even if I have to wear it like a quilt, should make it through the night. So far, temps are just quite lovely, and hopefully we'll make it either 9 or 11 miles in the trail tonight. We're just over 3 miles in, about an hour in, doing a good pace. Stop here, filter a little water for Dura. It's gonna fill up since it's the only easily accessible water for the next quite some time. And then we'll both have our liter and a half and be good to go till whenever we decide to stop. Continues to be a beautiful day out here. It's almost too much sun, dare I say. But we'll take it over the alternative. See you guys out here on trail. Passing our first vault toilet. Hopefully we'll pass 3, possibly even 4, before we stop to camp tonight. Down there are the pillars to the bridge that was potentially sabotaged back in the railroad days. That would have connected over one side of the river to the other, but alas, it was potentially blown up, and yeah, can't use it no more. So we are about the halfway point for the day, probably a little over 6 miles in, hoping to make it to 12, but can stop around 8 or 9. There's camps there too. It just continues to be beautiful out here. Just passing by Bed Springs Camp. A little past river mile 8. Cut off to get here was 7 o'clock. It's about 6:50 now. So we will continue on another 3 miles camp. So got probably 90 minutes worth of daylight, and at this pace it takes about an hour to get there. But we're feeling good. Lots of river traffic out here. So lots of tents set up down here. They've got another pit toilet and everything, but a nice stop off so you can kind of cruise down the river in the morning and have a nice early pull out there. Gear update. The bag is doing okay. Not quite as comfortable as I would have hoped for only having 20 pounds in it. Been adjusting fairly frequently, trying to find just the right place for everything. It does have load lifters, although I'm not sure I could stack up high enough to actually need those. And the hip belt is nicely padded. I'm just struggling a little with the shoulder straps here. It is the size, I want to say medium large, and doesn't really, like, there's no torso adjustment or anything that I saw. Might look a little harder. But with the temps the way they are, I'm sure my back is sweaty, but it doesn't feel super gross and sweaty, so there's decent airflow. There's kind of pads back there in certain spots to allow some airflow, which has been pretty nice. So I mean, for 30 bucks, definitely not complaining. But for the like $200 retail price, not sure I'd be super happy with it at this point. But we've got a couple miles here to camp, and then we'll see how she feels tomorrow. But so far we're doing okay. Mile 10. We've got a bathroom here not too terribly far, and I don't see a bunch of boats, but it could be out of sight. But here is where we are going to make camp for the night. So we will go wander along here, see if we can't find a good campsite. So we just hiked up a little bit here and found two partially separate spots that are flat enough to pitch 2 tents. Got the bikepackers out here. Water access isn't fantastic, but pretty doable. All we need is to fill up and filter, so not like we're trying to get in it or anything. Temps are probably dipping down below 60 now, so put on the lower rain jacket for a little warmth. Get camp going here, get some water boiling, get some dinner going. So we'll see you once everything is all set up. Got camp set up here. Beautiful sunset going on. Got the ramen rehydrating from my ramen bomb. And yeah, wind gusts are supposed to be up to 30 miles an hour tonight, so that might impede sleep a little bit, but hopefully the sleep system itself does me well. It's a little after 9 o'clock, getting ready to crawl into bed here. Had a nice dinner. You see Dura in the background there, getting his setup all finished. Good day overall, just over 10, just shy of 10.5 miles. I think the plan is in the morning to get up, maybe breakfast, maybe not. Hike the mile or two to the turnaround point, which is the water tower upriver there a bit, and then come back and either eat breakfast in, but definitely pack up camp then. So we'll just run light in the morning with a bottle of water and the Garmin kind of thing. But overall, a good day out here on trail. Covered a lot of ground in just over 3.5 miles, so pretty happy about that. A little quicker pace than what I would normally do, but feet were feeling good, and weather was, you know, nice. Haven't had any showers yet. Might get some overnight. For sure, we should have a pretty good chance by tomorrow around 11 or noon, but with any luck, we'll be nearly off trail by then, if all goes well. So for the first time in a long time, I will set an alarm for probably 6:30 in the morning. Should have enough sunlight in the canyon here to get up, and then we will finish those last few miles to the end of the trail, double back, break camp, and then beat feet toward the mouth at the Columbia. So I will see you all in the morning. Morning. Got a beautiful sunrise here, about 7 o'clock. Got the coffee made, slept pretty darn well. Never fully zipped up the sleeping bag. I think around 4:30 it got cold enough I pulled it over my shoulder fully and zipped it up a bit. But a fairly normal amount of tossing and turning, maybe a little less. Maybe those vertical baffles really do help if you side sleep. But yeah, surprised how good I slept. On narrow as a path as it was. Ground's a little lumpy, so I let some air out, and that leveled me out pretty good. But overall happy with the night. It doesn't appear as though it rained at all, which showers were potential overnight. So I guess could have slept with the rain fly off, but oh well, better safe than sorry there. So we're gonna probably use the facilities here and then go finish off this final mile, come back and break camp, eat breakfast, and make our way back to the trailhead. We will see you out here on trail. On trail here, passing by the old Harris Ranch. This was burned in a fire, 2018, 2019 I want to say. I think I might have a picture or some video of what it used to look like through here. But now even the water tower that will be our turnaround point is gone. Hopefully we can find the memorial plaque, or at least notice the trail changes so we know when to turn around. But so far we're a little more than half a mile down trail here. Continues to be a beautiful morning. With any luck we'll be out of here by the time the showers come. But a nice little knock the dust off get our feet underneath us, and we'll go back, eat some breakfast, and pack up camp. So we turned around at the 12-mile mark. Now we're back at the, I believe was the marker for where the water tower probably used to be before the fire. I think that's the first place I camped, somewhere in there. First time I came all the way down this trail. But beautiful morning here. Feels good to knock the dust off a little bit with pretty much nothing in the bag. So now we will walk the mile back to camp, have some breakfast, break up camp, and head on out of here. Camp is all broken down. Enjoyed my oatmeal, cold, quite soupy. So apparently you need less water than what the directions say is if you were to cook it on the stovetop. Lesson learned there. And we got our waters all topped off, 1.5 liters apiece. We are going to start our 10-mile hike out of here. It is currently 9:15, so probably a little closer to 4 hours to get out of here. Hopefully back to the truck between 1 and 1:30. Clouds are forming, so good chance we get rained on, but rain gear's right at the top of the pack, so we can put it on to stay as dry as we want. Temps are already in the 60s, feeling pretty nice out here. A little bit of a breeze going, it's going to be a headwind unfortunately, but we are going to start out on trail. Review of gear. Tent did quite well. Wasn't quite as windy as I was expecting, but guide out and everything. Didn't need the rain fly, but glad it was there. Tent's fairly easy to pitch. I don't like that the poles aren't connected, just because you kind of got to hold both while you clip the actual tent body to it, but minor annoyance. Decent room, small pockets. So yeah, overall that was good. I did like the sleeping pad, however narrow it was. Seemed like I didn't toss and turn much, which is nice. Never woke up with my arms asleep or anything. So I see why people give it such praise. I want to say it's the Repeat SL. And the sleeping bag, although probably a little too narrow technically, wasn't cold enough. I even had one of the vents opened up just due to being kind of warm, even though I just had a long sleeve shirt and some shorts on over my t-shirt. Slept quite well, even despite not having a pillow. Just had my puffy and my rain jacket stuffed into the little hood pocket on the sleeping bag. So that was nice. Probably have to get a size large just because of how broad-shouldered I am. Height's no problem, but again, it's just kind of narrow, so had I had to zip it up, it probably would have been a little claustrophobic and rolling around with me. But overall, a nice setup. Still don't love the backpack. Pros, it's stylish. I like the color. The hip belts you can close with one hand. I really appreciate that. But proving a little hard to get completely comfortable despite only having like 21 pounds in it. But what are you gonna do for 30 bucks, you know? It's definitely make and do. I do like that it has the pockets already attached in the front. So carrying the camera in the water there, quite easy there. So overall, pretty happy with the gear. The sleeping pad being the highlight, the bag being the low. But we are back here on trail, so 10 miles to the trailhead. It's about 10:30, the rain has started to fall, still sprinkling, and warm enough probably won't put the rain gear on. Got about 6 miles left. So yeah, keeping a pretty good pace, a little quicker than what I thought I'd be able to, but feeling pretty good. Looking forward to the drive home, despite the manual transmission. And yeah, hopefully we don't get dumped on, but if we do, again, we've got rain gear. Just trying to avoid putting it on so I don't get hot. So we kind of doing the final push here, just a couple hours to go. Passing by our final bathroom. Means we've got just over 3 miles to go. So our final kind of little downhill, and we climb out of here. Should be smooth sailing from there. Got Washington off in the distance there, so we're getting close. Final 2 miles. It's kind of a little misty out here. Nothing too wild yet, thankfully. But we are actually in our home stretch now. And so begins our descent down to the parking lot. We have made it 24 miles round trip back to the car. 10 and a half yesterday, 13 and a half to 12 and a half today, however that math works. Starting to sprinkle a little more, so good timing. Feeling good about our hike coming up here. Again, I'll put a link down below if you want to donate. Thank you to everybody who does. Backpack felt a lot better today than it did yesterday, so might have just found the right kind of combination of things. I don't like it has a pocket on the top and that's it, other than the side pockets, I guess, but don't love that about it. I'll do kind of a gear breakdown video here coming up, going over the pros and the cons of the budget stuff. And I understand 600 bucks is a lot of money, but I have tents that are more than that. This camera I'm filming on costs that much, and you consider my inReach is like $350. Backpacking, if you really get into it, can be a very expensive hobby. So I just wanted to show you there are cheaper ways of doing it while still buying all the gear. Cheapest yet would be just borrowing it from somebody. So if you're one of my friends, you're in luck. I probably have what you need. But overall, just want to get you guys out on trail. So thank you for watching. For more information on the Deschutes River Trail and all the other trails you see on this channel, visit topshelfbackpacking.com. And until I see you again, cheers.